Good morning, Fort Worth. It is the 27th day of May, this Tuesday. I've got Demetrie here and Jody with us. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Let's get into our weather. If this is your first time joining us, the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show is a quick little 20-minute episode we do Monday through Thursday. Releases to you guys by 9 a.m. across all the platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Pandora, wherever you're getting your music. You can also get this podcast. If you need us for anything, or if you'd like to be a co-host on the show, you can email us, media@fortworthroots.com, or hit us up on our Instagram or our TikTok or our Facebook. Probably not Facebook. I don't pay attention to that too much. You guys use Facebook a lot?
A little bit.
Yeah. That's the one I neglect. That's my stepchild. Facebook. Okay, 10-day forecast. Let's get into it. We got some rain last night or yesterday. Did you guys get quite a bit of rain?
Mm-hmm.
Lots.
Poured. All right, well, it's not out of the forecast completely yet. Tuesday, 80 for a high, 68 for a low. Looks like we have a 36% chance of rain today. Tomorrow, 78 for a high, 65 for a low. Scattered thunderstorms, 52%. Thursday, 81 and 63 for a low. Friday, kind of weather, rain moving out of the forecast, 24% on Thursday. Friday, 82 for a high, 64 for a low, 18% chance of rain. Saturday's looking real good, 89 for a high, 71 for a low, 13% chance of rain. And then Sunday, 92. It's going to get hot again. 92 for a high, 73 for a low, and 24% chance of rain. So, you guys have any weekend plans?
No, not really.
No? That's okay. Sometimes you need a weekend just to sit at the house and stare at the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Demetrie?
I'll be going back to Abilene again this weekend.
Y'all doing some more dirt track racing?
No, it's a surprise party for someone before we're getting married. So
Well, I hope they don't listen to the show, dude. This is our segment National Day of. Today is National Aaron Day. If your name's Aaron, but it's got to be Aaron. It's that Aaron. It's your day. Congratulations. National Cellophane Tape Day. These get dumber, by the way. National Grape Popsicle Day. National Gray Day. National Jordan Day. If your name's Jordan, it's your day too. Sorry, Aaron. National Sunscreen Day. Where are y'all at on the sunscreen debate?
What do you mean?
So they're starting to say, there's studies coming out saying that sunscreen is actually more harmful for your health than the protection it provides as a UV block.
I'm going to be honest. I probably use sunscreen 20% of the time.
I never, Megan has to either beg me to put it on or she has to, just tackle me with it. She'll just lather up her hand and slap me in the face with it. How about you, Jody?
Same. It's sticky. It's just inconvenient. But I think we probably need some sort of sunscreen.
Yeah. Long sleeves and a big floppy hat. That's my move. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get into this day in history. 1937, landmark opening. San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge debuts. After 4 years of construction, the Golden Gate Bridge opens, connecting San Francisco and Marin County. About 200,000 people walk across the 4,200-foot-long suspension bridge to celebrate. It will open to vehicles the following day. That's pretty cool. 1942, this day in history, Dory Miller awarded the Navy Cross for heroics that saved the lives of many fellow USS West Virginia crewmen during the Pearl Harbor attack. Messman 3rd Class Doris Dory Miller is the first black service member to receive the Navy Cross. For the next 2 years, he'll serve bravely in the Pacific Theater before perishing in the USS Liscum Bay's catastrophic sinking. Does that story sound familiar to you at all? I think Cuba Gooding Jr. I think he played that role in Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he was a cook, and he got on the deck gun and was taking down Japanese Zeros.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was his character. All right, 1994, this day in history. Banished son of Russia returns to his motherland. Winner of 1970's Nobel Prize in Literature, author Alexander Solzhenitsyn returns to the homeland that exiled him for the very writing that garnered him acclaimed. Communism's fall now allows the author of the Gulag Archipelago Did I say that right? I wondered if the one author here might.
Oh, gosh. It's a children's book.
To be reunited with the country he hasn't seen for 20 years. All right, good deal. That's your This Day in History. Here's your Fort Worth news. This first story is coming from FortWorthReport.org. Fort Worth Memorial Day service honors those who gave their last full measure. Hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. American flags waved in the wind as people gathered under umbrellas to honor friends and strangers at Mount Olivet Cemetery in Fort Worth. As the rain came and went, all remained where they were, undeterred by the water pooling on their hats and hair. All right. Greenwood Funeral Homes and Cremation hosted the 96th annual Memorial Day service on May 26 at Mount Olivet Cemetery. The cemetery's first Memorial Day service was held in 1929. The cemetery itself opening only 23 years before. All right. You guys can read on. That's FortWorthReport.org. Story by Mary Goss. This is a fun one. We kind of covered this a little bit yesterday. Probably about 2 weeks ago, we went down to Austin to do an interview with Media for Texas. And their big push was to get SB 22 voted on and passed so that we could start incentivizing filmmakers to bring film projects to Texas. Mm-hmm. And so we were happy to report yesterday that did get passed. And it looks like the last thing it has to do is go past Governor Greg Abbott's desk. And if he doesn't veto it, then it's good to go. So there is now a $300 million budget for Texas film incentives.
Oh,
so
that's great.
I think that's great. Yeah, because apparently we've been losing out to surrounding states. They might do like a movie on the Alamo and shoot it in New Mexico. Mm-hmm. So we were trying to stop that. All right, here's a story. FortWorthReport.org story is by David Montgomery. Texas lawmakers approve boost in film incentive program supported by Taylor Sheridan, Fort Worth. And in this picture here, we got Maddie Parker and a bunch of other people I don't recognize with the clapper boards, those little movie clapper boards. Very cool picture. Okay, Austin, embracing a top legislative priority for Fort Worth, the Texas legislature on Saturday authorized an unprecedented 10-year infusion of hundreds of millions in state film incentives. Proponents say the effort will cement Texas' stature as one of the nation's dominant production centers in the film and TV industry. The Texas House voted 112 to 26 to send a Senate-passed bill to Republican Governor Greg Abbott, who is expected to sign it. Fort Worth Mayor Maddie Parker, Fort Worth-based star producer Taylor Sheridan, and Texas... Oh, is that who was in the picture? I didn't see Taylor Sheridan in that picture. Fort Worth Mayor Maddie Parker and Texas actors Matthew McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, and Dennis Quaid were part of the high-powered offensive that campaigned to propel Texas past states such as Georgia and New Mexico in attracting out-of-state production investments. Okay, there's more to that story. You guys can continue reading on FortWorthReport.org. And I saw this one flash across the screen. I thought we had to talk about this. On Fox 4 News, story by Max Shaw, big ol' animal fossils could slow Texas road construction. Lubbock, Texas. Recent archaeological excavations at highway construction site in West Texas have uncovered the fossilized remains of megafauna, according to a release from the Texas Department of Transportation. TxDOT says megafauna remains are not uncommon for the area in Lubbock, which is in a region that's home to many remnants of Ice Age lakes called playas. During construction for Loop 88, TxDOT contracted a process called staged mitigation for the area, in which archaeologists search for human artifacts near animal remains. Artifacts could include ancient tools or evidence of work, like spear points or chipped stone. Okay, so far it's been confirmed that the remains of giant ground sloths were found, and scientists are working to determine whether other animals are included in the discovery. Okay, something you don't think about. They're carving out a new road, and oh crap, there's a dinosaur. And then we've got our good news story for the day to close it out for you guys. Let's see, the headline from goodnewsnetwork.org, story by Andy Corbley. Remarkable right whale saga continues as vagrant pair become first ever seen in Bahamas. Big old whales. Okay. Down near the Bahamas, a bizarre story is unfolding as 2 critically endangered North Atlantic right whales continue a rebellious streak. Maybe they're fans of Bob Dylan or the Ramones, but the whales named Curlew and Koala have spent the last few months cruising down from the mid-Atlantic coast to the tropical Caribbean seas, something described as a once-in-a-lifetime event. The sighting of the whales was made by a dolphin watching tour in Florida near Bimini, about 50 miles off the coast. The ship's captain admitted it was something he had never seen before and thought the whales were fake at first. He thought they were like AI whales.
You don't know these days. You never know.
Yeah,
Seriously.
No.
Right whales are extremely rare vagrants in the Gulf of Mexico, and there has never been a North Atlantic right whale sighting in Bahamian seas, where the pair are currently located. Typically, this time of year sees these giant going the exact opposite direction further north. Okay, so the whales are doing good, folks. That's your good news story of the day. Jody, we got to hear about this book. So we met at 1 Million Cups. Shout out to them. This is probably a month ago now. And that was the first time that you'd gotten in front of a crowd to tell them about your book?
It was, yes.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
You did great. You did great.
Terrifying.
And of course, Demetrie was there with me. He's the one that got me connected with that group. But yeah, tell us about this book.
Well, I've got 2 books, Mommy and Me and Daddy and Me. Same words, just different graphics.
Can you show the
sure.
camera?
Sure.
Very nice.
And so I wrote these books about a year and a half ago, and it's taken a long process, but I was inspired to write them just because of my life experiences. I wanted my grandson to be able to have some sort of tool to use to keep the connection between his parents. And so my son was incarcerated, and his girlfriend was pregnant at the time. And so we went to visit him in jail. And the visiting room was a little bit different than normal. It was, all the guests were open. So this mom was next to us, and her little boy hopped up on her lap and said, "Hi, Daddy." And it was very sweet, but just heartbreaking at the same time. And it was like, how in the world are they going to keep this connection being separated? So then it kind of turned into divorce or foster care or deportation. There's so many different situations where parents and children are separated on a daily basis.
Right. So your book is targeting groups like that, or families that have been inflicted with that problem.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
So you have 2 separate books there.
I do, yeah. Same words, pretty much. And then in the book, there's raindrops and sunbeams. And so it's got some hidden words in there for parents and caregivers. And so the raindrops are, they say loved, worthy, seen, just inspiring hope for these caregivers. And then the sunbeams are more like grace, hope, joy, peace. I just feel like that's what God gives us when we're struggling and we need some hope from Him. And so in the very back, there's a kind of a love letter to people that read the book that just is kind of the same, along the lines of just hope and keep going. And, God's going to use this pain for His glory.
Yeah. Where can people find your books?
They're on westbowpress.com or Amazon, and then I have a website, kjodymassey.com.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you for being on the show with us this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, and are you going to continue to go out to 1 Million Cups and be part of that?
I am. I love that group. It's such a safe place to do your first, pitch, Yeah,
and people, me as a spectator, because I've only gone to a few of those, but everybody was very helpful and encouraging and had lots of good information and advice. And
yeah, a lot of good advice. I mean, everybody is wanting to help you or know somebody that can help you. Yeah. It's a great group.
We just started to kind of turn our attention a little bit at our Tuesday nights at McFly's. We're still going to have artists on stage. We're still going to do the same recordings that we do every week with creators, but we also are now trying to reach out to people like yourself, authors and content creators, and anybody that's just kind of trying to find a group that they can kind of lean on, collaborate with, get involved with projects. So we're also doing that Tuesdays at McFly's. So 1 million cups on Wednesdays, and Tuesdays you got McFly's Pub, 5 p.m. Lots of great ways to connect, and that's something that's resonated the 5.5 years that we've done this Fort Worth Roots thing, is that Fort Worth is extremely collaborative. This is a great incubator for people that are trying to get something off the ground. So very cool. Demetrie, you want to tell them about Market Match?
Yes, sir. So Market Match is a software platform that creates a fun way to do market research and surveys using swipe technology. So if you have an event and you're looking to see what's in demand before that event, or if you have a clothing line, if you have a retail business, anything in regards to a customer base that you're looking to connect with your customers and see what they like, so that way you can get the best option experience for them, we're here for you.
Absolutely. And we've got somebody in Fort Worth that developed his own app. That's pretty cool. So go on Instagram, check it out. It's market.matchapp.
Marketmatch.app.
I always mess it up. But Demetrie has been a regular and dependable co-host every Tuesday for months now. And I got an email yesterday, and I don't even know if this is okay for me to say, but I feel like I'm going to be in the wrong here if I don't start telling people. Hoppin' will be closing its doors permanently on the 31st. So if you guys ever made it out here and you enjoyed it, catch it before it closes up for good this weekend. And we're not done with the morning show. We've already got another location picked out, and we'll continue to do this. But if Michael and Holly, the owners of Hoppin', are listening to the episode today, we just want you to know that we love you, we appreciate you, and no matter what the future holds for you guys, we are here to support you. So it's always rough watching somebody having to step away from their dream. And there's a lot of businesses in Fort Worth that are struggling, and I'd encourage you to, I understand things are rough right now. The economy sucks, and we're all having to readjust and figure out ways to save money where we can. But if you're going to go out, choose a local place. If you're going to go to dinner, if you're going to buy a product, if you're going to get a service, check local first. And we've got an option for that. We don't have everybody on the list that needs to be there, but fortworthroots.com, there's a trusted sponsors tab, and there's quite a few resources for local businesses that you guys can find right there. But please shop local, shop small.
Absolutely.
You guys, Jody, did you tell them where to find you on social media?
Just Jody Massey on Facebook and Instagram.
Excellent. No TikTok for you.
I do. I don't even know my username.
That's okay. That's okay. I just had to throw that out there.
Yeah.
We had a video just about go viral yesterday.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw that on TikTok.
Which one?
It was the one that we did. I was at I think it's called Airfield Falls or something like that. It's right outside the main gate for Carswell. And I'm standing in front of, they've got a big tail section for an aircraft on static display. It's huge. I did a little video in front of that, and it got like 23,000 views in 2 days.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I was sharing that with Megan. I was like, look at this. Look at I didn't put any ad money behind that or nothing.
That's always the best one.
Yeah, I know, man.
That's a great trail, too. It's pretty.
Oh, yeah, it is. And it's, it goes on forever. So you can go, not forever, but does it go on forever? I never found the end of it. I rented a bicycle from the base whenever I was stationed out there. Their MWR that you could rent a bike for the day. And I took that bicycle and I said, I'm just going to ride this whole trail. And my goal was downtown because I'm thinking it's not that far from the base to downtown. But the river, it winds and curves and goes all over the place. I about died on that bicycle because it was like August. And I brought like a bottle of water with me.
Oh, no.
Not great. So anyway, stay hydrated. But yeah, it's beautiful. You got nice little bridges and walkways, and there's a couple of waterfalls. And then it just kind of follows the Trinity River. And if you stay on it long enough, you can get to downtown. But yeah, bring water.
Oh, wow.
You guys got anything else for these folks before we get out of here?
Oh, I'm just grateful to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, and you can come back anytime you want.
Thank you.
We'll have a different address for you, but we'll be there. What else? Hoppin'. They have a huge deal, 20% off all their merchandise. And if you buy their merchandise, you also get 20% off your tab. So Not the greatest of situations, but it is a really good deal. So check that out. Tonight, Tuesday night at McFly's, we will be there. And like I said, we're not calling it a networking event, but we want all of our North Texas creators out there so that we can collaborate, get your message out on our show with the audience microphone that goes around the room. And I'm also gonna try this out tonight. We're gonna make individual videos for every single creator that comes out, business owners, authors, musicians, content creators, whatever. And then we're going to pack it together, make a little compilation video, and put that up on the Fort Worth Roots social media pages. So come on out, be a part of that, and let's do something substantial. I was telling Jody before we started this, we're kind of in a media blackout. Like, you can't get your word out. You can't, because there's too many people talking. So we need a resource. It's not the newspaper. It's not the Fort Worth Weekly. It's not the radio. It's not television. How do you get the word out if you need to talk to folks? Well, there's not really a solution for the little guys. So Fort Worth Roots is actively trying to make it so that us, our neighbors, our North Texas creators, have a voice. So come hang out every Tuesday, McFly's Pub, 5 o'clock, and let's see what we can do to rise all ships with the tide. What is it? All ships rise with the tide. That's the mentality here. Okay, guys. As you float through outer space on the back of a giant sea turtle today, we hope that you will choose love and gratitude every chance you get. Till tomorrow, folks. Good day.